Ladies and gentlemen, voted Long Island's best podcast by a bot farm in Russia, it's the Adult Baby Show.
I'm a sweet boy.
I'll let a girl suck any part of me. I mean, honestly.
It's just in my mouth, just.
Oh, like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except getting to work on time.
You just ruined my day. Fuck your day.
Oh, let's get the feet involved.
It's not a nut. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud with you.
Some people
Yeah.
are absolutely
Huh?
disgusted by me.
He ain't lying.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 322. I am B.
Chick.
I'm Ryan. And we got Monique here
Hey.
off camera, but she's hanging
I'm
out.
Monique.
What's up, Monique? How are you?
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Is this our first New Year's, first episode of 2025?
Yes,
I think
it is.
so.
Yeah.
Whew, look at us.
We made it.
We made it.
Barely.
Another year. Another year. I see there's a new pair of shoes joining us in the podcast.
Yeah.
Is that
Sorry.
supposed to be there? What's
Well, here's the thing. You want to know the story of the shoes?
yeah.
I bought her those shoes. I bought
They're
her
very
those shoes,
nice.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean like I mean like because you've bought some shoes that you knew that I would like. I bought her a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
And they've been here for a long time. And I just love them so much. I was just tired of them just hiding away. I'm like, I want to put these up as
yeah,
decoration.
you wanted to display them.
So I don't know where they're gonna stay, but for right now, that's where they are. Yeah.
So is this because she doesn't like the shoes that they're not ever going to go on and they're just a decoration now?
No,
or?
she wears the shoes.
Oh, all right, all
She
right.
wears the shoes when I request.
They're,
So
are they
actually,
like?
no, I don't even want to touch those shoes.
No, you
then.
keep away
I
from
didn't.
those shoes.
Well, like, did I finish on this?
God almighty. So these are indoor shoes,
Yes.
bedroom shoes. God.
I'll take a picture. I'll put that on the
Yeah, yeah.
on the thing. That's it. So
Yeah.
I didn't think about the fact that they were still out.
No. But I always take notice when there's a new shoe in the in this on the set.
Yeah.
So how you guys doing?
Good.
This is nice. Early. We're doing it early
It is
because
nice.
of Chick's accident. It's funny. I picked Chick up at the auto body shop, and he's sending me where it is. He gets into so many accidents that I know where his auto body shop is because
that's
I've been
fine.
there before.
Yeah.
Like I've had to pick up stuff there.
Oh, that's right. You had to pick up my weed out of my car once.
Yeah, it was an
That's funny.
emergency.
I
Emergency.
forgot to I left it in there, and I was somewhere, and he had to go there.
Is this? Do you know these people? Do you have like a connection to them?
They were recommended to me the first accident I got, and they did a great job.
Great
So-
name for an auto body shop.
What, Silver Star?
No, in Queens, just outside of City Field.
Okay.
There's a body shop called Recommended.
Ooh, that's a great
Ooh,
one.
I do like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Recommended.
my good friend of mine told me to try it out. I did it. They were fucking amazing. And I go back now this is probably my third time.
Third, fourth. Now I have a question. I wanted to save till we got
Oh,
here.
I will say the secretary passed away.
Oh,
Rest
okay.
in peace, Janet.
So R.I.P. Janet.
What was that?
Yeah, that
it
wasn't
steel-
even
steel
the
third?
sign of...
I did it fast.
He did look
The
like
sign of
that
the cross.
was... He looked like
That was
a
the-
base coach instead of a fucking
Steel
crab.
third. Janet stole home. No, I was going to ask you. I noticed when I showed up at the place, you were outside, and then you went inside for. It's almost like you waited for me to get there to like handle the paperwork. That
No,
was
I was
weird.
finishing a cigarette because I just got there.
Oh, you just got there. Okay, all right. Because to me, it felt like you were waiting for me to get there, so now I could wait for you to. it's
No,
like, why
that's
were-
not it.
It was just weird. It was weird the way that.
You live down the block, and I live a little further, so you got there just after I got there.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough.
You
How-
always think I'm out to like just take up your time.
Yes.
Like all I want to do is waste any minute.
No, I
can
don't.
of
Not
these.
me specifically, but I feel like you're a time waster. You know what I mean? Like he just wastes. He wastes a lot of time. But
I mean,
Why do I love the way you're holding that pillow so much?
you don't like it?
It feels like you're holding a boob. Like and you're just
with his leg, with his weird way
it's
that
just
he
like, it's
turns.
just like holding.
Well,
this
Like,
is how
a
men
little bit erotic.
sit.
Erotic.
Hey,
where
look,
you
this is
kinda
how a
gripping-
man sits.
It's like I
and then
feel like
that's
you-
how you sit.
my hand.
It's like I feel like you should be licking the little tip of that pillow.
right.
No.
I was
Cupping it.
comfortable there.
He's
Go,
cupping it.
listen, don't make me. There you go.
It fits my hand very
It
nice.
fits your whole demeanor.
Good.
Well, you know, I've been woodworking all weekend.
I was gonna ask you.
Yeah,
How
so
your whittling is going.
My whittling's going well. I already cut myself.
Okay, in that picture you posted, you were wearing a blue.
Yeah.
Is that something they recommend you wear while whittling, or did you get that after?
No.
When did you
So,
post this? I didn't see nothing.
I
stories?
just posted it yesterday on my stories. Basically, I got a kit for Christmas. It's to you woodwork, a woodworking kit, and I'm making a comfort bird. Okay, I don't know what a comfort bird is, but it's a bird that gives you comfort. I'm assuming.
I do feel like there's a difference between woodworking and whittling. You're whittling.
Well, it's called
Right?
a woodworking kit.
To me, woodworking is like you taking when you're building something with.
This
it.
is a
Like
beginner.
woodworker.
Yeah, I'm more
You're
whittling.
taking a
You're
manly term and you're
You're taking a block of wood and you're
Yeah.
carving out a duck.
a bird, a
bird,
comfort bird.
a comfort bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it comes with like the knife and 75% of the kit is first aid equipment, like Band-Aids, and
That's hilarious.
because the knives are sharp. And yeah, my first thing I cut myself.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. Like my hands hurt. That's probably why I was resting my hand there. But my hands hurt from all the whittling. I've
nothing
been
to
doing.
do with that.
My hand. It's not where. Have you seen? I believe we talked about the whittling.
I tried whittling for a little while.
Right, how it like you slice it and the little shaving comes
Yeah.
off, and it looks like it's easy,
Yeah.
but
It looks like it's gonna be like butter. And then
not
it's
butter
like,
at all.
It's like splinters.
Yeah.
and yeah.
It's hard, and my hands cramp up as I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm slowly 3 days in. I'm getting some headway there. So I'm just like flattening out the.
It's gonna look so
tail.
bad.
So you got to get you start with the profile. You got to get the profile first.
Yes.
Right. And
Yeah.
then you got to start making it a little more three dimensional.
Yeah, so the profile is what is going to take me for the next 2 months, I'd say, at the rate I'm going. Yeah, it's just hard. Like,
Did you draw the bird on it?
no,
Or
it comes with a stencil.
Comes with the bird's
Comes
on
with
it.
with a
God.
bird stencil.
A stencil that you draw on it, or the block comes with
just
the wood.
just you have to. I had to glue the little bird on each side, and then and for my next step, when I get done whittling that part, then it comes with a top. So then I whittle it around, and then what I'm going to do is
Why not just buy the comfort bird?
because what's the point of that?
It's nice to make something.
I want to say, look, I spent my
But you
time
didn't
making
make it. You carved, like you traced it.
That's how you start, though. That's how you learn
what are
the
you
process of
talking-
doing it.
But
Like,
it's not
it's-
like you drew the bird and you like
Right,
in the
but
But
wood.
you can learn, like people. You can learn by tracing people's drawings. You can learn the movement of how to do stuff.
All right, fair enough.
It's like you can learn how to write by just copying other people's writings and just learn the muscle, the feeling of how to
Thank
do
you,
that.
Ryan.
Yeah, I'm
Ryan
supportive.
sometimes has the words that I don't have
Sometimes.
all the time. So, yeah. So it's kind of nice. I had a full day yesterday. You know what else I did? I made beer cheese soup. Have you guys ever had beer cheese soup?
Sounds awful.
It's very good. It's a lot.
Beer cheese soup.
There was a place called 56 Fighter Group in Farmingdale. that
I
used
used to
to
go
have.
there a lot. My grandparents.
Yeah, they were famous
I
for
like
their
that
beer
place.
cheese soup. And my friend Sage, you know Sage.
It sounds indulgent. Can I say?
It is indulgent.
Yeah.
And like now that so basically it's got like a bunch of, garlic, blah 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 stuff in there and cheese and milk and all this stuff. And it's almost like
Garlic, cheese, and milk.
no, and there's other stuff. There's a bunch, name all this stuff. But I made it and it was fantastic. And a little beer, you pour like a half a beer in there, and it's just got this. It's very flavorful and it's delicious. But I made it in my Dutch oven, where now I have like 4 quarts of beer cheese soup that like I'm not going to be able to eat that much of it. I mean,
It's
I
that good. You should.
but I would love to, but also I feel like my arteries would
Yeah,
stop.
because I'm picturing beer cheese. Like you get a pretzel, sometimes it comes with beer cheese.
It's
and
just like
I
that.
love
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
but eating that, like it's got to be something more than just that.
Yeah, it is. It's a very indulgent meal, like you said.
None of it sounds appealing to me. Listen. I
What
don't
does
like
sound
beer.
appealing to
I
you?
just don't like beer really.
beer is-
like a
you don't-
beer cheese.
You're
is
not
just
tasting
like,
the beer.
ugh.
You don't
Yeah,
taste
beer.
the
You ever
beer.
got pretzels with beer cheese? It's delicious.
Maybe I haven't. I don't even know it.
I'm sure you have, and it just adds a nice little flavor to it. So
Does it taste like beer? Be honest.
no, you wouldn't. there's this much beer in it. It's just it's not like a.
The beer's very strong and it's got like a distinct taste.
I used a Budweiser. It's
I don't
like
like
this
beer.
much.
I mean, I don't drink, but
That's
I
what
like
I'm saying.
You wouldn't
You
know-
have a better palate than me when it comes to food. I'm not very.
No, he's not. On the way here, he's
I'm
like,
picky.
he goes, I always like to know what he's getting for dinner, and he goes, I'm eyeing those new Taco Bell chicken fingers. They really knocked them out of the park. They can't be good. They can't
There's
be
no
good.
way they're good.
I had them already, and they are good.
He
Really?
thinks they're good.
Okay,
Anything
well, maybe
with
I take that
nacho
back.
cheese sauce. It's
I
just a
take that
crispy
back.
chicken.
The guy loves nacho cheese.
I take it back because I also feel like it's really hard to fuck up any type of
Yeah,
chicken
it
nugget,
is.
chicken.
It's
Yeah.
a very crispy chicken nugget.
I'd imagine it's dry.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not the most fucking
It's not succulent.
juicy, but it's still good. You douse it
But
with
like I
cheese.
used to love McDonald's chicken nuggets, and those are trash.
They
but
are
you just
trash.
grow up eating them, so they taste like that specific thing.
Yeah.
But if you went to a restaurant and they were like, "Oh, we have chicken," we'll give you chicken bits, and they brought out chicken tenders, you'd be like, "I'm not paying for this. This is
Exactly.
garbage. You handed me
Exactly.
garbage." But
Exactly.
it's McDonald's. It's a chicken McNugget. And you're like, yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Sorry.
Oh, this is the
Well, you're a
Verizon.
fast food
You mind
person?
if
She
I'm
hates-
sorry, I
she
got to take
absolutely
this
hates
call.
McDonald's.
Why? Is it because of like is it just the food is gross, like fast food, or
Just the,
or is there
the
more?
practice, the corporate
Oh, okay. all right.
practice. the-
You could
yeah.
speak.
Oh yeah. No, they're just horrible.
What do they
with
fill
animal,
me in? I didn't know
animals
what they.
and
I
there's,
assume no
like,
fast food
health
place is
and-
good with that, but
Yeah, that might be the worst.
I mean, I grew up eating McDonald's. Honestly, like when you said the McDonald's chicken nuggets, I was like, oh my god, those were my favorite. Like you bite into them, and
They're
some
great.
of them when you get like the fat.
see, they
were
don't have
so
those really
good.
anymore. Like the
It's all white meat
It's
now.
all white meat. They
Oh,
don't have the
see,
dark
then I
meat
wouldn't
ones.
like that. I like the like.
You remember the
juicy,
dark
like,
meat
fatty
ones? They did away
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, those
happy
were
they
the
did
best.
away with
I never
it.
liked the dark meat.
Yeah,
but
neither
my
did I.
sister loved that, so we would like trade off, break them up, and be like, "Oh, you got a dark, is it? You got a better shot."
So I
of
didn't
getting-
realize they were that bad. What do they do? Fill me in.
Well, I mean, one, they're just super large scale all over the world, so that's not sustainable. Factory farming, just
Oh, all right.
disgusting.
So it's all that. All right.
corporate greed. they're
Well, the
looking-
corporate greed. I
It's
get.
just, I mean,
Because I honestly
give her-
thought McDonald's is supposed to be one of the like they have healthy options, kind of, but they don't.
and there's to eat.
I don't think that they do. But
They
don't
might
they
have
try
nothing.
and promote that they have healthier
No,
options?
even their salads
Yeah,
are
the
like
salads
even
is
their-
probably like 1,200 calories.
even the salads are
like-
crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
calories.
I'm not dumb enough to think that if I'm going healthy, I'm going to get
Yeah.
a salad from
Yeah.
McDonald's. But my point is, I thought they tried to promote that they have.
No,
Of
I
course,
don't
they're
think.
trying to promote that. They're trying to get.
I don't think
everybody
I've
to
ever
eat
even
that.
heard them trying to act like they have healthy options.
Well, I don't know why I,
don't know.
thought they did. I feel like every other one was just like, yeah, we don't do healthy, but I feel like McDonald's tried to differentiate.
Yeah, I mean, I give her shit about because like we could say like you could say that about any corporation. Like,
Oh yeah,
You
is-
could, and you could say that about any fast food. Really, I don't go to Wendy's. I
Right,
don't
you
go to
don't do
Burger
any-
King. I don't go to Taco Bell. I don't go to
but two McDonald's is just the top of
Chick-fil-A
the.
or any. I don't go to any of those. But McDonald's, for some reason, just makes me so mad. Like, we've had this conversation.
I feel
if
like-
I could like be a vigilante or like retaliate on them in some large
Like
scale
the
way,
Hamburglar?
I would. I would
you
just.
should dress up as the Hamburglar and just start
That's
destroying
funny.
Taco Bells.
What did we talk about? Oh, that's right. I was talking about Tesla. I was thinking about Tesla. Like if we could, I want to go. No, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do any of this. But I was
This is not a
thinking
plan.
to like I don't want to get into it. I don't want to make it a political thing. But to like destroy,
I feel like you have to give us a little now.
to like simultaneously destroy all the Tesla charging stations.
Why isn't
at once.
Tesla's? Aren't the charging? Isn't that a more?
It's good. Yeah, it would be.
Isn't that better
It's
than
good.
gas?
Yes, it is. It's like, well, who knows? Because the energy's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah, I agree.
But it is better. But it's just so it's like it's a selfish thing because it probably is progressive. But I hate the guy who runs it so much.
Oh, right.
Like I'd love to sink his
All right,
company.
fair
if you
enough.
just like shut down every one of his charging stations at once, like all of his cars can't
I
be
heard
charged.
that Tesla, maybe not going down, but they weren't doing great because of the charge. Like, there's not enough charging stations. People, it's not like catching on like they had
I don't know, I
hoped.
feel like it was going. I mean,
I thought
going
it
up.
was too,
You don't
but
become
I
the
don't know.
richest man in the world by people.
But
not
was it
wanting more.
Tesla that's just making him rich?
Mostly,
Is it? Oh, all
I
right.
don't know.
Now, what about the blue cobalt?
What about the blue?
Isn't that like aren't we depleting that?
Are we? I don't know.
He looks to Monique, are we?
That doesn't sound good. Listen, I never understood.
Whatever
was
it
looking
makes,
at her, too,
whatever
but I'm like-
it's in the battery.
Oh, really?
Yeah, is what Joe
Wait,
Rogan
what's the blue
said.
cobalt?
That's what Joe Rogan said.
What?
What's the blue cobalt?
I think it's something that makes the battery
something you
go.
gotta hunt, mine for, maybe.
So we're mining for that. Listen, we're going
I
to be
never
mining for
understand
anything.
how we don't run out of all resources. You ever look around and be like, the amount of iron, you see a building or a city, Jesus
Right.
Christ, and the amount of iron and glass that comes out, like, how have we not completely depleted the earth of
Does the Earth
resources?
keep making iron?
I don't know.
Right?
It's nuts.
It's got to be.
How have we not... The marble. You think about
I'm
like
not
all
even
this
going to chime in because I have no
the whole
idea.
marble everywhere. You think about like you go to this areas with all this marble and they cutting
Oh my
slabs off
God.
of it. I'm like, we got to run out of this occasionally.
Nah, we got it for days.
Wood, yeah, I get it. You can keep growing trees. You can keep making wood.
Right.
But you talk about, and there's like, yeah, there's endless amounts of sand, but you know, to make glass out of.
Sand
But-
continues to be made because of the crushing of the rock.
Yeah, I know, but it just feels like we're using things more than quicker than
You would think.
Well, we are destroying the planet. That is obviously and
I
proved.
just remember
so-
even as a kid looking around and be like, how can we supply the earth with so much stuff? But
There's just so many things I don't understand.
no.
Well, that's why I like dystopian movies about how the world's done because we are destroying it and it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just watched Children of Men, where all the you couldn't be the world is unable to procreate. It's a good movie, very good movie.
Okay. Is that new?
No, it's like just around the mid 2000s.
We
as well.
only care about new movies right now, all right? Get with it. New movies.
How accurately do you think you guys can count?
I'm good at counting.
I
You
am,
just mean regular counting,
Like how
like
like keeping
addition?
time. Like, do you think you can count in your head accurately a second? Can you count
Oh.
to 20 and be
Yeah.
like against the clock, and can you hit it at 20 seconds?
Yes. You know what
I
this
think I'd be
reminds me
okay.
of? I've seen this with they were trying to do like inches and like they were
Yeah.
asking prostitutes and then they were doing people. I swear to God, and I've seen it with prostitutes or women of the night, and
So
I've seen it with
Respectful.
hairdressers where they say like if someone says
Yeah.
take 2 inches off, how big is it? And then they would do this, and then they would put up and like see how close they got.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
That
the
is
women
impressive.
with like who were like how big is somebody were fucking dead on.
yeah.
that's great. I should ask a contractor. Or
Yeah,
a contractor.
contractor. Yeah, that would be a good
I'm sure
one.
contractor. I'm sure he would know.
Well, they do
Yeah.
a lot of measuring. That's why he's saying it.
Why
Yeah.
are you asking?
I was just curious.
I think I could be
I would
pretty
like
good.
I would like to put out all of us to the test.
I would
Yes,
love to
I
do
love
that.
this
I would like to
test.
count to 20. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to all close our eyes. Monique's going to start the clock. All right. And we're going to start a timer.
We can't do it at the same time. We all got to
No,
do
we're
it
going to do it at the same
individually.
time.
See, I don't want to be like swayed by one of you two chiming
We're going
in.
to
Your
do
eyes
it.
will
We're
be
doing
shut.
it quietly. We're counting
Oh,
we're counting
okay.
in our head. So I'm going to put it on the TV. I'm going to start a timer. She's going to count 3, 2, 1, 0. At 0 you go 0, 1. You count you say 0 along with her
You say
in your
zero.
head.
In your head.
Because that's going to keep you. So, because when she hits start, that's 0. Then it's 0, 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to count when she gets to 0, say 0 with her, and then count up to 20. And
Okay.
then when you hit 20, raise your hand.
And our
don't
eyes
say
are-
anything.
our
Don't
eyes are
say anything.
shut.
Well, once you hit 20, you can open your eyes and raise your hand.
Okay.
And then look there and see what time it says there.
Okay. I'm
All
down.
right.
Okay.
And then
When do we start?
we're going to start when I hand Monique the. First of all, I'm going to mirror this. I'm going to mirror the phone.
When it hits 20, do I hit stop?
You just let it roll. Yeah, because we all want to see. Somebody might be slow, and it might take them 25 seconds. to get
Stop
to
it when the
20.
last person puts his hand up.
Yeah, we'll let it run. They don't need to stop it immediately. We'll keep
Yeah.
when you open your eyes, keep note of what time
Yes.
it says on the thing. All right.
Go.
He's really. Are you afraid of cheating?
Yeah, I don't want to cheat.
All right, so it's going to be 3, 2, 1, 0. We in your head say 0 long, and we count to 20.
Okay.
All right. And into the microphone, please, if you could, because it's going to be on the podcast.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh, Christ almighty.
Okay.
When did I put my hand up?
You were like 20, 22? I was like 19 and a half.
It sounds like
No,
It
stop.
sounds like you practice.
Well, I have practiced this, but not. I've been terrible at every time. And
I'm
I've been
happy
like
with 22. Can I tell you
What did
why?
I get? 25?
25 or something. I'm looking at this guy. I'm like,
Waiting
this guy's just gonna keep. Is he sleeping?
Did you guys Mississippi? I was
I
doing
did-
Mississippi.
That's why I was
No.
off. I started going too quick, and then I started Mississippiing, and it threw me off.
I would venture to guess if I was counting out loud and you measured the time in between each my numbers, not one of them was the same amount of time in between. I was like, I'm going too fast, I'm going too slow. Like I was
that's what I-
constantly
that's what I
adjusting.
felt like
I
in the
was constantly
beginning.
adjusting in my head.
I adjusted at least twice in my head.
I was
Yeah.
saying like this: 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I think that might have been a little too slow. 5 seconds too slow.
Well, because it's not. It's yeah. There's a rule about, but you can also say Mississippi quicker. You can say 'cause
1 Mississippi, 2
remember,
Mississippi.
I used to do a
3
joke in my
Mississippi.
act about how when you were playing like street football, like tag football with your friends, it would be you couldn't rush the quarterback because you didn't have enough
And
defenders.
then whenever you're getting towards the end, it's like 4 minutes.
Yeah, so it would no longer become. It's like, oh, you can't rush until 7 Mississippi, but you can. Well, Mississippi. I'm like, you're not saying Mississippi. You gotta
right.
say the whole. You gotta be able to identify it.
Mississippi, yeah.
yeah. Well, Mississippi,
then-
Mississippi, 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 Mississippi.
That reminds me of the Tim Robinson. When I forget when he's doing something where he's speeding.
The ordering, where he's like,
Oh, yeah.
55 cheeseburger, 55
55, yeah.
55 pastas.
When he pulls up, I'm in the middle of
Yeah.
doing something.
I'm doing something. Let me go.
Let me go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, you nailed that. You nailed the game that you picked.
Yeah, I mean, I
surprise.
did have an unfair advantage because I
Can
have
me
been
and B do
practicing
it a
this.
second time and
Yeah,
see how much
absolutely.
better we
Yeah,
are?
let's do it. Yeah. So reset.
Because now
I mean, can
gotta
I do it
plan.
again? Because
No,
I might
no.
come, but I might come off.
All right,
do
all
it
right,
again.
fine.
I mean,
You
I'm
might
just
as well
sitting
do
here.
it
I might as
again.
well. I might as well.
Yeah, you might as well participate. No, you can't do it.
Okay. All right. All right.
3, 2, 1, 0.
I guess he's done.
I did it way too slow this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did it way too
You were
fast.
24.
I was at
You
15.
overcompensated 15. Like, it doesn't matter for me, but I was all thrown off. What? I was around the same, yeah. But
5 over 5
I stopped counting when I was like,
I know.
I guess
I'll
he's
tell
done.
you one thing: Mississippi's too long.
Mississippi.
That whoever said that 1 Mississippi's a second's wrong.
So it's so funny is that as much as it failed for him, I adopted it for the next time. I was like, oh, let me try Mississippi, but it didn't
That's
work.
why I tried doing Mississippi, and I was like, "This is too long."
Yeah,
Well, I could have used at least 1 or 2 Mississippis in that one.
you overcompensated.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Not
it's,
easy. Not easy.
It's not easy
I'm
to
actually
do.
happy with the 22 seconds out of 20. I'll take that.
You didn't get. You got 25.
No,
It
the
was
first
22
time.
and 24 ish. Yeah,
And the second time, I was just like, "This is taking too long."
and you just went up. At home, play along at home. See how good you do.
That's a fun thing because that's not easy. It also does realize, like, in your head when you try and, like, wait a minute and then come or wait 5 minutes. That's why nobody's ever the same.
Yeah,
Which makes
right.
me think most people's, when they say, like, so I'll just use this because it's something in my head that's very well. The JFK assassination, after the murder, they were asking people, how long would you wait before you left your spot? And the minutes that people were giving,
Oh yeah.
there was no way of really, they weren't accurate because like the way certain people said it, it's like you would have had, like, I don't know, certain things would have happened if you didn't. So I do find that interesting that your sense of time and actual time are.
Yeah, I mean that's slightly different. That's like thinking about like, oh, how long was it between that time? You're like, oh, it was like 20 minutes. Comes down as 5 minutes. But when if you were asked to count,
Oh,
like, no,
yeah.
we're going to tell you this. Like this, we were off track up to 20 seconds. Imagine if somebody told you count 5 minutes out,
Oh,
how
forget
how
it.
far off you'd be.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you'd be 3.5 minutes in. You'd be like, that's it, time. Like you wouldn't, or you guys would be 12 minutes, and you'd be like,
No, I think I would. Well, I'm not going to try to chance it, but I think I would be in the 4 and 5.
I would be interested to know, just sensing it without counting in your head. Just be like, just sit here and be like, feels like 20 seconds and then do that.
I
I'm not gonna do that
almost want to
because-
see the show. Like, all right, I think we're at about 45 or an hour. Like when we're doing it, if we didn't look at the time,
Yeah.
just kind of guessed.
Yeah, I'm bad at that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's like B when I tell him I'll be there in 2 minutes.
Right.
the worst. Well, you have no clue what time.
I do that on purpose,
But why?
just because I like to make sure you're ready.
But I'm always ready.
But you're not. To me, always ready's outside waiting for me.
When have I not been outside? There's never been a time.
Because I tell you I'll be there in 2 minutes when it's really 5.
Believe me, if you told me you were down at the corner, I would walk right down because I sit with my coat on. But that's for another day. I
So-
like promptness.
Did we do anything for New Year's? Anybody? Any
We went to my cousin's house in Stony Brook. Just had a little,
good
nice.
times?
little gathering. Yeah, it's great.
What'd you do, B?
Fine.
I had a show out in Santa Mariches.
That's right.
Fun show, difficult
Do you like
crowd.
recording on New Year's?
Was it?
Yeah, it was a difficult crowd. They were just, it's one of those dinner and a show things. So they got there like an hour
be honest.
before. What?
Santa Mariches.
Yeah, I've never been out to Santa Mariches.
Dummies.
I didn't.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was like,
Well, I'll tell you, they started by it was older people,
Yeah.
and they're there like an hour before the show, and then they had to go up. I had to go up and make an announcement. All right, this table goes. So you don't realize when you get into comedy, you also become like a maitre d'.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of jobs. Like, we're gonna start with this table and this table and that, and I don't know. By the time I hosted it, and they were just not settled at all. They were
Yeah. Well, host. That's the job of a
yeah,
host. Is
which
to bite the
but
bullet.
they were just like there was conversations everywhere, and it's just a comedy show for New Year's Eve just doesn't seem like it makes sense. And it's like big, like they're all over the place. I've done
That's a
them
huge
before.
thing. And a lot of them end before New Year's, so it's weird. So it's
Yeah.
like then you need something to do after New Year's. Some comedy clubs will do a show up to New Year's,
Up
where they
until,
actually the comic counts it down with everybody. But either way, it sounds like nothing I want to be a part
I
of.
just feel like on New Year's, people want to get loud and talk and be
Right,
like, party.
yeah.
Some to keep somebody silent while somebody else tells jokes is a weird way to bring in the New Year.
The only one that ever made sense to me was Caroline's Comedy Club, which was on Broadway,
right there, yeah.
just a little bit north of Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
They would do New Year's Eve comedy shows. I never did it, and I always kind of wish I did. Now the club is closed. But then outside of the club, you would have the show. You go to the show, and then they would have a special sections
the
off.
ball.
You can stand and watch the ball without the rush of people.
That's
awesome.
that
So
would be
you're,
cool.
you're in a club. You're already in the club. You get take the subway there. You get you're settled in safe for most of the night, and then when you want to see the you have a bathroom. You can go rest. You can use the
That's
whole
his
night.
probably
key is the
perfect.
bathroom. This year, I was actually glad that it poured on all those idiots out there watching the ball
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah.
I just think it's the dumbest thing to sit there in Depends and watch the fucking ball drop.
Yeah, I would never want to do that.
You really have to sit there in Depends because you can't. You have to sit in your own piss and shit to watch that because you're not allowed to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Isn't
for
that
me.
ridiculous? Am I the
It
only
is.
one?
Yeah, it is ridiculous. We were just talking yesterday about how it's different circumstances, but how I would at the slightest need for him, I would jump into adult diapers.
What?
Like if I came.
He just wants an excuse to wear adult diapers.
No. Like
Yeah. What do you?
we were talking about somebody in my family who's like, they have like bathroom issues,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like they're afraid to leave the house for too long because they're afraid they're gonna use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, if that was me, I would not be able to just like not leave the house. I would be like, I'm putting on diapers because
You
I'm
would
not.
succumb
I'm
to the
not
diaper.
staying home. I'll just deal with it.
Yeah, but that's like an issue. Like if you
That's what I mean. I mean,
you wouldn't gather up to watch the ball drop in a diaper.
No, I wouldn't put myself in situations where I need diapers. But if I was dealing with a medical issue, I would be like, well, I'll just wear a
yeah,
diaper.
but that's a
and deal with
different
it.
thing. I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. That whole New Year's thing. It
He's
just
saying
seems
a diaper
ridiculous.
wouldn't prevent him from living his life,
Right.
Right.
as opposed to I wouldn't volunteer to put on a diaper and go hang out just to
Yeah.
because I
Yeah,
couldn't use.
I
the
guess so.
bathroom.
I
I
just-
wouldn't put myself where I couldn't have access to a
Yeah,
bathroom.
exactly.
If I felt like I needed a bathroom a lot, yeah.
It just seems like an awful time. It's cold out there.
Nothing about
That's
it.
why I said nothing. I always wanted to go there for the ball drop, and I don't anymore. Like,
No.
Yeah, you
there
waited
used to
it-
be
you waited
like,
it
oh, I
out.
wanted to try it once, and now I'm just like, nah.
Did you ever go to New York for the Thanksgiving Day parade?
Yes,
You did.
me. So
Yeah.
when we were younger, we used to go to my aunt's in Brooklyn, and then we would stay the night, and then that morning, my cousin would take us to the parade. We did it twice.
How close to Macy's would you get?
I was young, so I don't really remember how close we were to Macy's, but I just remember it being freezing every year. Freezing.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like, glad I did it, never again.
Yeah. You? Ever go?
Yeah, I have a really good way I did it though. This is
I was on the boat.
close. This is going back. I was probably maybe 11 years old, and my dad had the business at that point, and it was really doing well, I guess.
Right.
So they rented a room at the plaza.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we were
Wow.
we were able to watch them go by. That was
From up
cool.
ahead, yeah.
From like the window.
That's
yeah.
Cool
awesome.
perspective. Yeah.
That was cool. And then the night before you were able to watch the balloons get blown up, so we did that. That was a very
yeah,
memorable.
Mr.
one.
Pitt.
Yeah, yeah,
And people go there just to watch that.
yeah.
That's like a thing.
So that was very enjoyable.
I don't know if I'd ever care to go see a big balloon get blown up.
That's a clip. Just that alone is absolutely going to be a clip.
No, not at all.
Am I wrong though?
No, but when you're there and a kid, it was like right down the block.
I feel like if I was in the city and I happened to walk across it and it's like, oh, look what's going on.
Yeah.
All right.
right.
But like people let's go watch them blow up the fucking
I never
Thanksgiving
did-
Day balloons.
I never did it, and I wish I did now. I don't know why, but they out in like Shirley area, they used to have every year they would have the hot air balloon festival.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like a field of hot air balloons that they would put up at once. And I was always like, it doesn't seem. And I'm like, that might be pretty cool.
I wanna
Just see
go in a hot air
a
balloon.
sky full of hot air
I
balloons.
think that would be cool. I didn't know they did that.
I
in
would love
Shirley.
to go in a
Yeah.
hot air balloon.
Yeah, they do them different places now. Like they do them upstate maybe or in Pennsylvania, but they used to do one out in Shirley.
A hot air balloon kind of scares me. The whole idea of it.
I want to go in a hot
Yeah, I
air
don't
balloon.
know how it works.
I would like to go in a small plane, like one of those little 2-seaters, and I
Yeah.
would like to go on a blimp.
Would like to go on a blimp. They all frighten me a little bit, but
I feel like a blimp going down, if just
Remember
gonna
when-
slowly fall down.
remember when the blimp fell down in Farmingdale?
Yeah.
Fell down.
I don't think anybody died. It fell in somebody's house. And
fell,
nobody
fell in my
died.
teacher's house.
Was it your teachers on the end of that street off Main
Yeah,
Street?
Wow.
yeah.
During one of like the Hawks parades where they do like all the kids. I guess they had a blimp that was going to go over and it crashed off of
my
Main
God.
Street.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
scary,
saying.
It made the
It
front
is,
day cover of
But
news.
it's a blimp.
would-
It just
yeah, that
kind of
makes
slowly
sense.
fucking falls down. It's not like it crash lands. I don't even think
I
it
don't
was
think
a fire.
anything falls slowly though. Like I think because the balloon is so big, it's going slow. But that little compartment where the people are, if that
guess what?
shakes loose, boom.
It didn't fall off. I don't think it just detaches.
No, but I think people. Yeah, but they definitely got injured. Those
What
people.
was the
Well, I'm
German
try-
one that went up?
Yeah, the black and white footage. The
Zeppelin?
Yeah,
The-
but
the-
But that was
that
they made
one
it. It was the oh, that's bothering.
I keep wanting to say Heisenberg.
It is the it's not
the-
the Heisenberg. It's the
It sounds like that, though, right?
it's
Yeah.
very similar. Oh, it's
Hindenburg.
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 That's it.
But I think that was
You got
because
it.
of the gases or whatever they used. Like that was like
It went slow. I feel like that collapsed.
that thing went up in flames.
Right, but it came down slowly. Then when it hit, it was
Yeah.
like right, you know what I mean. Like it was saying, like
But
It
that's
was-
what I'm saying. The thing
yeah.
still was attached. They don't detach and just drop. They slowly fall.
Listen, I don't know how it works, but I'm sure it's not as like, we're crashing. This is kind of relaxing.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some panic, and
This is
you're
relaxing.
going faster than you think.
I can't. Do you guys do this? Like I can't. Every time something funny happens, I look at Monique to be like, "You laughing?" But I do the same thing when I'm watching a movie or TV show like next door. Like, well, I'll be watching
You're one of
something
those
funny,
guys.
and I'm always like, "Scared?" Why do I always need to
Does
check
that
in?
bother you, Monique?
I always need.
Because I know
I think
people
it's
that do
him
that.
making sure that she's enjoying it.
Trying
Because
to
I
get a
get
gauge.
it.
Like, did you find that funny?
Yeah.
Huh? Trying to judge.
I do that whenever I have somebody watch The Burbs, and
Oh,
if I watch
God.
The
Just
Burbs
stare
with
at them.
somebody, my reason for watching it is to care more about if they're laughing because I know I find it hysterical. Do you like that? Do you like that? Funny, right? That's the same way I get it.
love that movie. I love when he
Mike. You're gonna talk into the
I
microphone.
love- I
was
love
just
that
like,
movie.
Mike, where? I thought he was looking at somebody else.
I did too.
I go, who the
was
fuck is
talking to
Mike?
I thought the dog's name was Mike, and
That's
you were
what I
yelling.
was so confused because it didn't look like he looked like he was looking past Monique, and I was like, "Who the fuck is here?"
And I yelled it like angrily. So you're like,
He
well,
was
you wouldn't be talking
I
to
was
Monique
like, "We got
that.
a mic here. There's a mic here. I didn't expect anybody to come."
Oh, man. Oh, the dream scene when he goes and they
Oh,
have
yeah.
the sacrifice.
It's
I gotta
Space
rewatch
Ship.
that. I gotta rewatch that. I remember
a
liking
classic.
it, but yeah.
You don't have to watch it.
Yeah, you do. It's on Amazon free right now.
Yeah, there's good movies like that where you put in front of somebody and you're like, this is just so you know, like I'm putting this movie on. What you don't know is this is make or break. If you don't like this movie,
I feel like that's a lot of pressure for somebody.
yeah, we can't tell them. Like, just so you know, if you don't like this movie,
But
we're
you
done
know,
here.
It's over. This can't work.
I've been with somebody that looks at you when they laugh, and you could see them out of your peripheral.
Yeah.
And it makes me uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah, I know.
you know, it's like
I know.
Like every time a funny scene comes,
I know. I
don't like it.
I don't know why I do it.
but you're a lot of people do that.
No, I know.
It's because you want them to enjoy it, and you want them to
I'm a
get
pleaser.
the
I
same...
wanna be like,
yeah,
you okay?
You're a
Yeah.
pleaser.
You're a pleaser.
But you also want them to enjoy something that you enjoy. So, like, if I find
Yeah.
something funny, I'm like, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird that we do that, but
I do it. I'm guilty.
what do they call that? They call those moments like I'm not gonna think of it. It was a movie. What was the movie about a bunch of friends who were friends when they were younger and they got together because one of their friends died, and then they like spent the week in a house together.
That was like not too old, but it's like
It's, the 80s, maybe
Yeah.
early
Oh.
90s.
I know what you're talking about, but I
Yeah.
can't think.
And Kevin Costner was apparently the one in the casket, but they never used any footage of him.
was he?
Is that
yeah,
true?
yeah,
I don't know this one.
yeah. It doesn't matter anyway. But
Is that
the name of that movie is what they call like those moments in life where somebody does a thing and like something is never the same.
Is
after
Kevin
that.
Costner in the movie?
He's not credited at all. Like they cast him. He was supposed to have like talking parts because it
And
was supposed to be like maybe like throwbacks
Okay.
when he was alive and they were friends with him, but they never showed any
You
of them.
think you still got paid for that if you're cast?
Yeah,
in
probably.
something?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you get if you act, you get paid. It doesn't matter if you show up on film.
Yeah.
But he was literally in the casket during the scene and they never
Do you know who else was
look
in
up
it?
Kevin Costner
Kevin
casket.
Costner.
Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner.
Hey, Mike, look up Kevin Costner for us.
Mike.
It's gonna come to me, I feel like.
Do you know who else was in it?
No, but a bunch of people. Maybe Jeff Goldblum was in it.
Was Dylan? Oh no,
That's such a random name.
Goldblum.
Like what else? Kevin Costner and what?
Don't put Kevin Costner if
Kevin
he's not
Costner.
credited.
Kevin Costner.
Well, you gotta Google it. You can't look up the movie. You gotta look up Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Do Kevin Costner in the casket.
movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chick knows how to Google.
Yeah.
The Big Chill.
The Big Chill.
The
There
Big
you
Chill.
go.
I was gonna say The Big Chill.
Yeah.
I know the cover of that movie. I don't know if I've seen it, but like I can see the cover.
I know the soundtrack. It's a great soundtrack.
Yeah, it's a famous soundtrack. But they've used that as a term to be like a big chill, like when you're really hot with somebody and then they do something and it's like cools everything off. Like that's the big chill moment.
Okay.
It's like things change after that moment. It's like I watched The Burbs with them. They weren't into it. Big chill. I cooled off.
Yeah.
I completely cooled off to them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. I like that.
Monique and I early on both agreed that we had to have a mutual love for Harold and Maude. And I think from then on, I'm like, even if she doesn't like
Harold and
some of the
Maude.
movies that I cherish, the fact that she likes Harold and Maude was like,
What
to
is
me
Harold and Maude?
What's your movie, Monique?
No, that was the movie too.
Oh,
like,
It was Harold and Maude?
It's one of my favorite movies
Yeah.
ever.
That's an old movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, 70s.
70s? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
Maybe
seen
I'll check
Harold
it
and
out.
Maude.
It's
Yeah,
about an
absolutely.
older. It's
Soundtrack by Cat Stevens.
full Cat Stevens soundtrack,
Okay.
and
Cat
they call it an
Stevens.
April-May relationship. That's the Aprilist and Mayest of relationships. So it's a very young boy and a very old woman,
Yeah.
and they
all right.
find love in their differences and
Harold
and
is the
outlook
young
on
man?
life. Yeah,
And Maude is the old woman.
beautiful movie,
Obviously.
gorgeous movie.
What did we say about beautiful?
He don't like when you use the beautiful.
No, I didn't say I don't like it. I said it's
Not
I
you
find-
specifically.
My buddy describes movies as beautiful.
Yeah,
And I just find it-
sometimes they are.
I know. I'm not. It
Chick
just
doesn't
always
find
makes me laugh.
Chick doesn't find beauty in anything.
Is that a word that a man's not supposed to use? Like,
No. It has nothing to
feels
do with
like
that.
you feel like it's
No,
a word
no,
a man's
no.
not supposed to use.
It's just the way he describes movies as beautiful. Sometimes it just makes me laugh.
I'll say a movie's stunning, gorgeous, breathtaking.
Breathtaking.
Spellbinding. You ever
do
hear the word
use?
spellbinding outside of a movie review?
No.
No.
Yeah, I was spellbound. This is spellbinding. Well, like when in life are you like eating a meal and you're like, I'm spellbound right now.
Maybe after when you guys found out you both like Harold and Maude. You
I was a
were
little spellbound. Yeah,
That's where you would
which
use
was
it.
nice is it came across naturally. Like I referenced it and she was like, ah. Like I was sometimes like you act like you like a movie.
Yeah.
But I reference it first, so then she got to be like, you know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
Jan Terry as well.
And Jan Terry, yeah.
The hell's that?
That's right. She's a musician.
Jan Terry.
Should I play some Jan Terry?
Oh, God help us. Yeah, please.
Is she on
The first
Apple
of the
Music?
year. Let's.
Never heard of her. Either.
Can you imagine how bad this is about to be?
Yeah. Should I connect it to the headphones or no? I'll
Nah,
just play
it
yeah.
like that. It's fine.
We don't need it directly into our ear.
Let's see. The Get Down Goblin? Is that
Yeah,
a good
just
one?
play anything.
Or
Give us
no.
a feel.
Well, hold on. It's got to be right. Skyrocket.
Skyrocketing. That's the movie? This is 80s, right?
I'm in liking this. I got my mind set
on you. That's what that's.
That's pretty good.
What the hell?
Is this 80s?
Jan Terry sounds like a child.
It's
Okay, all right.
it's awful. Jan Terry is awful, and you like her because of how bad that she is.
All right.
That's so yeah.
Can you imagine being Jan Terry? It's like they like me because I'm awful.
But she doesn't realize that.
She
thinks,
might.
No.
Wait, it's just you guys that like her because she's terrible?
No, she's huge. She's
So then
like,
she
she's like
knows.
she's got like a cult following because of how bad it's like the movie The Room. It's like how bad it is.
Yeah. The
Like,
Room with
Room or The Room? The Room.
what is that with the blonde haired lady?
No, that's Room. That was a good
That was a
movie.
good-
I was gonna
movie.
say I thought that was good.
The Room is that movie that the guy made.
That they made a movie about
They-
making
yeah.
it with John
Oh.
Franco.
Disaster Artist.
Disaster
About the
Artist.
making of The Room.
Saying it was the worst movie of all time. They say.
Yeah. I
That's
never
Jan
saw that.
Terry is The Room of music.
Jan Terry.
The Room.
So yeah, I brought up one day. Played some other. She was
Have you ever
she's like,
watched
I
The
love
Room?
I love bad embarrassing music. I said, oh, like Jan Terry, and she goes, yes, like Jan Terry.
Yeah, you guys are made for each other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you ever watch The Room?
Yeah.
It's bad.
It
I
is
did.
bad.
I watched it.
Yeah, it's funny.
It is. It's funny bad. Like
yeah.
it's so bad. It's funny.
Yeah, I watched it. I put it off for years. Tim Thompson was the first one that ever introduced me. He was like, "You ever see The Room?" I was like, "He would like that." But then when Disaster Artist was like being made,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm like, I gotta watch the source first.
Exact
and then
same thing I
yeah.
did.
So then I watched it, and I was happy. I was like, "Yeah, this is
I
fun.
never saw
They
the
nailed it.
Disaster
That
Artist either.
it made Disaster Artist
Yeah.
better when you watched.
Yeah,
the
James
actual,
Franco's career was kaput after that, though.
Yeah, that's when he started. He got caught with all the sexual stuff.
Yeah,
What was he actually caught doing?
I don't know, and I don't want to speak on it because I don't know.
Who was this? The Disaster Artist did some
No,
terrible
James
things?
No,
Franco.
James Franco.
You notice
Oh,
you haven't seen
Franco.
him in God knows
Yeah.
when. Seth Rogen completely was like, we're not friends anymore.
It's like James who?
Yeah.
He really screwed his whole career up.
Yeah.
That guy had it going.
He was
Yeah.
crushing it.
And he was like, he went back to college for like acting while he was a huge star.
Yeah.
And like he was trying to be like, oh, I want to be like a real actor.
Yeah. And then I think it was just a sexual. I think it was like pushing himself.
younger.
Either
I-
too
I
young.
have no idea.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
either
I have
too
no
young
idea.
or harassing.
Well, I'll tell you, it must have been pretty awful because he didn't bounce back.
No.
And a lot of people can bounce back, even if it is awful.
Well,
these
Louis
days.
C.K. is the only one I know who's bouncing back, and it's just because he was just being a weirdo,
Yeah,
jerking
there's
off
other
in
people
front of
out
people.
there. There's other people out there, I'm sure. I can't.
I'm not
even-
condoning what Louis C.K. did, but it's not like he wasn't,
Come on.
you know,
the phone.
diddling little girls.
Verizon?
No.
Right. There was a debate about
The
Louis
seriousness,
CK.
like just because that's like a weird thing to do, but it
Yeah.
doesn't, you know, it's just like
I wish I had that sound clip.
what?
I told you before. I said I want to isolate the chick when he goes. My New Year's resolution is when I want to be on my phone less. And I said, and then when he picks up his phone, I'm going to play it. And then I have that, but I didn't have time to do that, as you saw.
Well, get with it. Well, Chick, you do have a New Year's resolution. He told me today this is his your last pack of cigarettes.
Is that right?
Yep.
This is
Let's go for a good stop.
Pound it, bud. I'm rooting for you.
yeah, me too.
I'm rooting for me
Good.
too.
What because
I need to quit.
I always got the feeling you didn't.
I
Like,
need
you were
to.
like,
It's
okay.
just unhealthy. It just,
Yeah,
I can
okay.
barely breathe.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to convince
No,
you.
no, no. I know.
I was just curious.
And my
as to what-
nephew always gets mad at me, so
Good. Not weed though.
he doesn't know about weed.
No, I'm
yet.
saying you're not.
Oh,
you're not
no,
planning
no,
on-
zero.
He would
zero.
never- he would
yeah, that's
never.
not happening. If I quit smoking weed, I'd just kill myself.
You would get very depressed.
I
right?
would. I would be even more
Yeah,
depressed.
nobody wants you to do that.
We don't need that.
I need some sanity.
That's right.
So wait, are we at 53 minutes?
No,
All right. was
I
just
would
trying
say
to-
we're at like 39.
no.
more or
40s?
less.
We started a little bit after I hit record, so maybe we're at 47 on here, but I would say maybe we talked for a minute and a half before we started going. So 45 minutes maybe. So neither one of you, right?
Do what?
Said neither one of you, are right?
Yeah, no, I was.
Yeah.
It's a 52.
We're not great at this stuff.
We're not good
what
at
do you
the
want
sense
from
of
us?
time. Now that's all I'm going to be doing in my head is trying to see how good I am.
Yeah. What? You say, oh no?
Yeah.
What happened?
I didn't screen record the time. I meant to screen record the time, my phone when we were counting.
You're all out of sorts here, aren't you?
No, it's
Did
just a lot.
something happen today?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
It's all right. It doesn't. I don't think it needs to be. I don't need. I
No,
don't need
no,
that
I
on
agree.
there. I
I
think
just
it'll read
was-
fine. I was going to record that and then put that in
Seemed
with the video.
flustered.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, you do seem flustered. Is it because we're here early today?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you like that we're
Yeah.
here early, or do
I
you
like that it's here early. I like to be prepared well in advance
Right.
for
Sorry.
that. That's
That
all right.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Well, we had an opportunity to record early. I guess
we took it. Yeah,
we had to take it. We had to do it.
yeah.
There was no other
Did
option.
you enjoy the snow at all today?
Not really.
No?
Not particularly. Did you?
Yeah, we went for a hike in the woods.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it nice in the beginning when it
Gorgeous.
first came down?
Yeah, it was the whole time. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
We got lost, because it's a little bit hard to see the trails when it's snowing. So we ended up not on a trail. We were like
In
when
the
you're like
woods.
moving
Yeah.
I think if we get through here a little bit, we'll come up to a trail.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
That's dangerous. People can get lost out there. What woods did you go to?
there's a place in Nissaquag
Okay.
down here, and called what's it called
David Weld.
David
Sanctuary.
Weld Sanctuary. Yeah,
David Wells?
walk along the water a little bit.
Weld.
Boomer?
David Weld. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. Hiking. I don't think it's for me. I don't.
No.
No. There was a time when I tried to hike. I tried to I would go out in little hikes by
I like
myself.
the hike.
I just
I
don't like
feel like when I start hiking, I'm always like, like it's like a
Good feeling?
It's like a reset button.
Yeah. I think
Don't
I
you-
like
don't
the
you feel?
idea of a hike, but so many things I like.
This is
the
what
idea of
This
it.
is what This is where we're supposed to be.
Up in the woods.
Just in life, like all the other stuff feels like it's fun. The other stuff's your all your senses are. You go, like, as we were in the city yesterday, and it's I love the city, and you walk around, it's sensory overload. But then you get in the woods, and it just feels like this is
I
where
love the
humans. This is where
peace.
humans are supposed to be. Is supposed to
Yeah.
be just in the
I
woods.
like the peacefulness in the woods.
There is
Yeah.
a peacefulness of it.
I like having both. It's nice because when I'm in the city, I also feel like I belong in the city. I should live in the city. But so it's
Would you be more prone to, if money wasn't an option, would you rather live in the city or live in a remote cabin?
that's a really good question. I don't know if we talked about that because I
We
think I
probably
think I
have.
posed it like, would you city life, mountain life, ocean life?
Yeah, but
like
this is just, I want to know if
Yeah.
you'd rather be in the sticks or in the city. Nothing else.
that's like 50-50 for me.
Really?
I mean,
Well, I agree.
In the middle of nowhere?
yeah, that's really appealing to me. But also the city is
you
really
too?
appealing to me.
It is. There's something, like when I go to PA, when we used to go, I should say, we used to go to Lake Wallenpaupack. When we used to go there, honestly, it was one of my favorite, like every weekend we were there, it was like my favorite weekend.
I like
of
it
the
for
year.
a weekend. But
That's my
it.
problem. I feel like would I get a little nuts after a while?
You got it.
I don't, that's why I've never been able to experience it for longer than a week.
But then you go in the city and you would get like I would feel like I might get a little nuts if I'm trapped into the city at all times too.
I think I would, I don't know if I'm a city guy. It's just too much.
You can
Most of the
hide
time.
away in your apartment though when you don't want to see.
Then you're in a
people.
Yeah.
little apartment.
Yeah, that
so
doesn't bother me
what?
that
But
much.
it's no backyard. It depends. Does my apartment have a porch or like a balcony?
Yours doesn't. No, mine might. But yours might.
But if you're in most cities have a big park, you can use as your but you
but
can
it's
use
a
as your
communal
backyard.
park.
That's
I
nice
need my own
sometimes, too.
privacy.
He likes-
I need my own.
I
Like
don't
I
know,
need. I don't know.
He likes to put his feet up,
know
watch
what,
the game, and smoke.
My answer is the city because we walked through Central Park a little bit yesterday too, and every time I'm in Central Park, I feel like this is my favorite place on earth because it's not nature. You can feel like there's woods around you, but then there's city right there. It's like I want a house right in the middle of goddamn Central Park.
Of course, that would be
Yeah.
Does anybody live in? Is there any way to? Is there any residential
Employees
areas?
It might be employees. Like
That's what I was
usually
curious.
parks have.
If they have like a house on property.
Yeah, maybe all the way uptown.
You know,
somewhere.
Eisenhower Park is bigger than Central Park, and just in square footage.
Is that true?
I've heard that.
You've heard it?
I'm
That
pretty
makes
sure.
sense. I
You
mean,
see-
yeah.
Central Park is
It
not.
makes sense, but it's not. It's
in the
not
grand
crazy.
scheme of the city, if you think about the city as just
No,
like
yeah,
square
it's-
footage,
it's-
it's not big. So to have the big park in there not be that
It's
big
just
is-
crazy when you look at the map of Manhattan,
It
how
does.
much room they
gonna
set
look
aside
that
for a
up.
park. So
Yeah.
many other cities, they have parks, but it doesn't like that. You notice that when you look at the map of Manhattan, you notice
can
how
see
much.
it.
But you know why they did that? It wasn't some magnanimous gesture that they made. It's because it's like all rocky and it's undesirable property to build on because it's so rocky and hard to build on.
So
that
they put
were
a
like,
park there?
They're like it wouldn't be financially beneficial to us to build homes here. So let's just make it a park for these idiots.
Interesting.
Yeah. But
you looking up
thankful,
that-
thankful for it.
Yeah.
And then there's
Central Park is not bigger than Yeah, I was right.
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
How
it
about
makes
Park
sense.
Slope? Is that bigger than Central Park?
New
Park
York City spans
Park Slope-
843 acres.
Prospect Park,
Oh, it's definitely bigger than Prospect. No,
maybe.
let me look.
But Prospect Park is pretty big too, and that was by the same designer, same guy that designed Central Park designed Prospect
Did he?
Park,
I didn't know that.
and he says Prospect Park was the one he got right.
Is that true?
Why
Yeah.
does he say he got
It
Central
was more
Park wrong?
natural.
Okay.
I think there's too much like landscaping and stuff, and so I disagree. But
So this one I don't think is a
huh?
The
Looks
black
like
and
Central
white
Park
answer.
is larger.
yeah,
Park
this
is larger
one's
than
not as
Prospect Park.
black and white as I'm saying. It says there's dimension issues or
There's dimension issues.
it says to answer this question, let's delve into the background and dimensions. I
we
just
don't
wanted
want.
an
We don't
answer.
need to do that.
Yeah, I just wanted a simple fucking
It's
answer.
interesting. So
Damn it.
the movie we watched yesterday kind of touched on that, and we went to go. It was called All We Imagine as Light, and you guys might have to see it if you plan on.
Okay.
It's getting talked about for best.
Did
picture.
you like it?
I just
I
need
did
the
end
thing
up
to
liking
come out
it.
already. The list. I hate might.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's
I
annoying.
agree with you,
I'm going to
but-
see these movies. Like this movie might not get nominated because not a lot of
Because if
people
I
have
watch
heard of it.
a shit movie that I think is going to be and then it's not, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
But I'm not really
Me too.
that mad. It's not the end
Me
of the
too.
world,
I'm gonna
but-
be steaming.
Steaming
Worse than
Willie
a
Beam.
I
bucket
was
of
just
hot
thinking
clam.
the same thing. Steaming, Willie beaming.
That was a good movie. But the list should be coming out soon. The Golden Globes
this
were
is
last
I think
night,
last
right?
year was 17th. And I also scrolled back to see last year when we posted about our winning and it was
coming up.
the 7th. So it should be.
So
they
that's
should be,
tomorrow.
I
we
told
should
him,
find
I
out
go, it's
whether
got
or
to be
not
coming up.
whether or not we won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be tomorrow if they
Yeah.
do the same
Yeah.
date.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing for the Super Bowl? I know it's a little bit ways out, but you got any plans?
Oh yeah.
I prefer to watch the Super Bowl at home by myself.
Okay.
So if that's probably where I'll be.
All right.
And I'll just, eat like a fat fuck by myself.
A lot of Taco Bell nuggets and nacho dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What about you? Any plans yet?
Yeah, we usually have something here. You
do a thing?
It's like a get together. So I was gonna invite you guys, but if you want to sit home alone,
He's just sitting.
I like
home
to
alone.
have options.
yeah. Well, we'll get. I don't know that they're doing anything. I don't know
All
that
right.
that's happening. But if
Let
it
me
does
know.
happen, I'll throw
All
a
right.
thing out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let us
Did you
know.
guys catch the Golden Globes at all?
So last night I was watching the Vikings game and I was just disgusted with it. I don't watch a lot of games. And then I finally, I'm like, all right, this is a big game. This will be fun to
Yeah.
watch.
That's a good game to watch,
I,
though.
I just get updates on my phone usually. Like I
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
Apple, so like the Vikings, the one team I follow. So I get game started, touchdown. I get that's essentially like how I keep track of the Vikings throughout the season. But I'm like occasionally like, oh, this would be a good game to watch.
Yeah, when you wrote that, I was like, oh, look
Last
at
night I was
him.
like, all
Ready
right,
to watch a
this is
game.
this is for number one seed. This
Big
would be a
one,
good
yeah.
one to watch. And I went into it thinking like they suck. They're not going to win.
And I was proven right.
Yeah. So, but it wasn't by the end of the game. And then I was like, I went to go see what I went to go close out. It's like Golden Globes on the next show. I'm like, I put it on and then I instantly felt like I should have been watching this the whole time. This is way more relaxing. It's just there's fun here. It's not like the whole time I spent like, what the fuck, you motherfucker!
Yeah.
I don't enjoy that.
I get it.
So, but
Did
I
you-
watched the last we
So
watched
you only
last
saw the end?
6 minutes of it.
Did you catch on today at all the Nikki Glazer
No.
opening?
I saw the opening.
What'd you think?
I loved it. I thought it was
She
very good.
crushed it.
Yeah.
And I thought she could have even went. She didn't. She held back.
Yeah.
Like she could have destroyed everybody like Ricky Gervais did.
Yeah.
But she didn't. But I still thought she.
I don't want to
very
take credit
good.
away from her, but I don't think she hides away from this thing. I think she has good writers. I think the people that write her roast jokes, she might also write some good jokes in there as well. But her team of writers she's
You
picked
think
out
every comedian now has a team of writers?
just roast things like that. You get a team of writers.
Yeah,
Really?
when
You
it's
don't
that-
think
Roasts
when it's that
and
big,
shows
yeah.
like that. Yeah, like that. That's no secret. Ricky Gervais had a team of writers when he would do those things.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't know the comics
yeah.
would like. I knew, if you're not really a comic, people will get like a
No.
team of writers. I didn't realize the comics were all getting writers.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais. I know people. I don't know people personally, but I know of comics that were on that writing team for any time he did those awards.
Interesting.
And then you're like a head writer, so you're just
Yeah.
picking out. I like that joke. I like that joke, and then you
You
pick
still
out
got
which
to
jokes.
perform it, but
Yeah, and you got to sell it. Yeah,
I thought her monologue was great this year. I'll
Yeah,
send it
I-
to you.
yeah,
I
no,
have
I
it.
It was
out,
very
yeah.
good. She was very good.
How did she
Yeah.
do hosting the rest though? I haven't heard anything about it.
I don't know.
That's all I saw. I watched.
idea.
That's my biggest.
I kept
thing
hearing
I-
that she was crushing it, and I was like, and I just saw the monologue. It was.
I'm
very
happy
good.
because like somebody at her level who's a comic. That's the person I think should be hosting those
That's
things.
why I think it should always be
She was
a
perfect for
good
that.
comic. Should
Yeah.
be the one hosting any major event like
Yeah.
that. They're good. They're witty. Usually,
Yeah.
if you're good. But
Can you
that-
believe
that
all those
brutalist-
years ago when you were driving her?
Once.
One day
Once.
she'd be at the Golden Globes.
Yeah, I didn't actually ever think that.
No.
No.
do you think that's like a sign of you made it doing the Golden Globes, or like
yeah. What's more of a
before?
sign-
No, but I'm
what's more
saying
of a sign
like
than that?
before that, you could already say that she kind of.
Oh, I think she already made it.
She had a
before.
reality TV show about herself.
That's what I'm saying.
She was
like,
on Dancing with the
yeah.
Stars or
yeah,
something.
she's
right?
done it all. I'm a big fan of hers, though. I was happy that she did. good.
She seems to like show up whatever she gets. She pretty much knocks it out of the park,
yeah, I could say.
which is pretty good.
Yeah, she hasn't dropped the ball a lot like the Vikings did.
No, the Vikings did. Well, that's Sam Darnold for you.
We got my big.
And that was because he went to. Not just going to bore everybody. But he went to Justin Jefferson like 3 times in a row within the 10-yard line in the end zone, and I was like he didn't even come close to catching anyone. But all the throws were way out. I'm like, this fucking guy sucks. They're-
He had the jitters.
Still won more games for you guys than the Jets.
Yeah, that's very true. He was great for you guys. I love Sam Darnold as a Jet. I had
it's
4
great.
Sam Darnold jerseys.
Really?
Yeah,
I might have to borrow one of those.
home and away. I had the
burn.
new one. The burn. I don't do that.
Now for that Jets podcast I'm doing.
Oh yeah. Any jersey you need, I have plenty.
Wait, are you
Yeah.
doing a Jets podcast?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, wait, are you really?
Yeah.
Wait, you're fucking with me, right?
No.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't here last week.
Yeah.
Explain this to me. Just briefly.
When is
I
that
know you
gonna
already
start?
talked.
Me and Tim Thompson. We're huge Jet fans. Obviously, you know that. So we're gonna
Yeah.
do a podcast about the
You're a
Jets.
huge Jets fan.
You didn't know this?
I'm fucking lost.
Yeah, you are lost, aren't
Yeah.
you?
You're not doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
I don't believe it.
You're lost.
I am. I'm lost. I refuse to believe this to me.
All right. Well, wait till it comes
I'll wait
out.
for that first
When is the
episode.
first episode?
We're getting together Tuesday for tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Actually, for a little writing session.
Okay.
About it.
Nice.
We'll brainstorming thing.
All right. I like it.
Yeah. All right.
If you guys made it this far,
Yeah. Sure.
were you going to say something else?
No, I got nothing else.
Because we're at 59 minutes right now.
No, we're at an hour. I'm insane. We're at an hour.
You're
but
lost.
Again, we're under
We're
an
all
hour.
lost.
We're under an hour because we got to cut a little bit.
Nobody
That's
needs
fine.
more than an hour of this
No,
today.
absolutely not. Anything else is anything else is stretching.
Yeah. No, we've hit that point.
If you made it this far, we
Yeah.
love you. Let's go Notre Dame,
Let's
And let's
go
hope we
Irish,
won.
baby.
and let's hope we won.
Yes.
And Beth Page.
Skull. All right.